Hi Virgo, I hope that you guys are doing well. Happy birthday to any sun sign Virgos in the crowd. Before we get into it, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. I'm getting something about physical activity. I'm also hearing the word sports. It looks like you may be doing something that that is fun, maybe even something creative. For some of you, you're going to the beach. I am getting something about birthday candles here with the Queen of Cups. There may be something going on where you feel the need to kind of protect yourself emotionally. Let's see where this is going. I'm seeing you start off feeling everything. And maybe being in that place where it's like you feel more connected, maybe you're around people that you feel more nurturing towards. For some of you, this has to do with like animals and stuff. For others of you, it's your kids. Let's get further and see. But I'm seeing a sense of like feeling in touch. This can be like you being in nature as well with the Queen of Cups. For some of you, it's with a partner or the people that you hold close. I'm also looking at Gemini here. It doesn't have to be a Gemini. It can be somebody that you're close with. It can also be a Gemini that you're close with, but it doesn't have to be. For some of you, I'm looking at Aries. I'm hearing something about lightening the mood. Maybe you didn't like how something was going in one direction and you are switching the direction of it. I'm seeing something like maybe not going according to plan or not going according to expectation. Okay, for some of you too, it's like you didn't want to have to be in charge of anything here. However, like nobody stepped up. So I'm seeing you be like, you know what, I'm the one that has to like plan this out, or I'm the one that has to get this done, or I'm the one that has to do this. I'm seeing it be like somewhat disappointing. It's like, why couldn't somebody else have been in charge of this? But I'm just seeing you kind of swallow it and be like, you know what, it's fine. I'm hearing I like to micromanage anyway. It's like, maybe you get to be in charge of something. I'm seeing you be in like a more relaxed energy, so you didn't necessarily want to have to do this. But I think that you're going to find that you're the one that is best suited for this job. Because you may have something particular that you want going on here, and you may actually feel disappointed, maybe even by how people show up, or like even how they take charge of things. So I'm seeing you kind of beat this situation even to the punch and be like, no, I got it. That may be becoming more and more clear to you. For some of you, this is specifically about like plans and making plans. It's like you have to be the one to plan things out. You have to make things happen. It's like maybe you wanted to rely on like someone or people that you're close to do this, but you recognize that you kind of had to be the one to get everything all together. I'm getting you even like directing things. Like this is going to happen here and that's going to happen over there. Honestly, it even feels like begrudgingly you ended up being in charge of something. I'm seeing like once you get in that place, I'm hearing flying colors. It's like you're fine, you got it handled. You maybe didn't want it to get to that point, but I think you're just going to be glad that you ended up doing it anyway. It seems like you even maybe feeling an easier time with executing your decisions as well. Very interesting. I'm getting a notion where in the past this could have been something that like bothered you for a longer amount of time, but I'm seeing you kind of snap back quicker and recognize that if you want things to go how you want them to go, that you have to be the one in charge. Very much head honcho vibes today, Virgo. Yeah, I keep hearing, but I wanted you to be in charge of that. It's like, I'm definitely getting this sense like you wanted somebody else to take the reins here, but I'm seeing them definitely fall short of the expectations that you had. I think, too, you know that because you're close with this person or these people, that you would think that they would know this about you. However, it's like that still didn't happen. For some of you, you could be dealing with some people like with the Gemini energy, and this is not to say anything specifically about Gemini. We all have Gemini in our charts. There could have been something going on that you felt like was a little bit flaky. So maybe like a lack of even someone being decisive. So I'm seeing you just like step up anyway. I'm hearing we don't have time for this. Yeah, I'm seeing like you could have taken the opportunity to even, I'm hearing go to a dark place. It's like you could have used this opportunity to maybe be like emotionally manipulative in some sort of way, but I'm seeing it be something that you restrain. If this is not you, this can be somebody in your environment that's kind of, I'm hearing tweaking you. I'm not sure what exactly that means, but this is the word I'm getting. It's like maybe poking at you or something. I'm seeing you like need to lead, delegate, and also keep calm, remain calm. Because, yeah, something's even going on in the environment that could definitely affect, like, I'm hearing your well being, but I'm seeing this more so be kind of like your perspective of a situation where, like, maybe somebody let you down or somebody didn't come through in a way that they said they would, and this could have been something that, like, really affected you on a deep level. You may also feel like the people that you're around, how do we get this to translate properly? Because I don't want to use the word sensitive in a derogatory way, but you may have people around you that are more in like water energies, and so they may be more like even temperamental. And this doesn't mean they have to be water signs, like this can just be people that are still learning how to manage the water within their charts. So like they may be more susceptible or more easily, I'm hearing tampered with, like more easily even affected. So I'm seeing this be like an area where you kind of tread lightly, even with a person or particular people within your life. The rollout of this is interesting. Definitely not what I was expecting, but I feel like we're gonna get some clarity in this last line here. Oh, very interesting. So, rather than making a decision from like an air or earth standpoint, I'm seeing you make it more from the angle of the Queen of Cups, which all of us have, like water, fire, air, earth. I'm seeing you like wear the hat right now of like the water energy and have to make a decision from even like an emotion and logic, like combine those two together to make a decision in relation to like whether or not something was going to work for you. So that's interesting because it's like rather than just making like an intellectual or a logical decision, I'm seeing your emotions play a big part in this. And that's actually the catalyst for you to execute some sort of decision, and it's involved in your critical thinking. And it can even be whether or not you want to take part in something. Because for some of you, I'm hearing return. For some of you, I'm seeing you actually walk away because, like, when you stand in your emotions and you embody all of that, there may be something that's not connecting as fully as you want it to. For some of you, this is even with a specific person in your life, like somebody that you're close with, that I'm seeing like the relationship has progressed. I'm not seeing this be something overnight, like this looks kind of like a long-term relationship to me, and I'm seeing something be called out or there be a conversation about this. It's like maybe even a place where you feel like there's a lack of vulnerability or like emotional connectivity. You could even feel like the person that you're dealing with can sometimes be a bit manipulative even when it comes to things that they want. It's like maybe they don't mean it in a way to like cause any sort of harm, but in a sense you perceive this as like a shadow behavior on their end when they want something. So it's like maybe this person has a tendency to be dishonest or like twist things in a way so they can end up getting what they want. I'm seeing something just not work for you in relation to how this person behaviorally has been showing up. I'm not seeing you necessarily want to have this conversation, but I'm seeing it get to a point where you even feel like this is a barrier for you that needs to be addressed. Otherwise, it's going to be blocking you from something that you want. Remember, this can always be like an aspect of you with your shadow if it's not someone outside of you. But for many of you, I'm seeing it's like somebody that you have some sort of partnership with or close relationship with. And I'm also seeing you seize an opportunity, and it's one that you would both be taking action with, but also wanting to remain composed within. I'm seeing this balance be very important. It's like not wanting to go off the rails with something, but wanting to keep that fire with you, but also in a controlled way, especially emotionally, because I'm seeing like something may easily get out of control, but I'm seeing there be a desire for this to ride out smoothly for you. It does feel like the way that you respond to something within your environment has been changing as well. It's like maybe in the past this would have been is something that felt very triggering to you. However, I'm seeing very effective coping strategies that you have for dealing with this and like progress that you've made. Again, whether this be like your impulses or like a tendency or a behavior that you don't want to act on, or this is somebody that you've been dealing with, that you're figuring out like the best way to deal with this person's behavior, especially when they're not being upfront with you. Because I am just seeing somebody that's still resorting to some type of facade. I'm hearing something about maladaptive coping skills on this person's end. For some of you, this really is about, like, you could be in a situation with someone and it's like they won't tell you the truth about something or you feel like they're not honest, but this can even be like across the board that you find this happening. It's like maybe you feel like they even are like exaggerate or dishonest over like even trivial seeming things. But it seems like it's something that doesn't so much phase you as much anymore. You know, phase you to the point where you're going to react to this. This may be something that like your response actually is going to be, you know what, this isn't working for me anymore because I don't like the way that this is going down, and having a conversation about what you actually want and like seizing an opportunity outside of this, whatever is going on here with this person. So yeah, I'm seeing your response not be like maybe in the past you would have gotten into some sort of argument even with this person, But now I'm seeing you just be in a place where you're like, I don't need to argue, I don't need to validate anything, I don't need to prove anything, and I don't even need to call you out anymore. The only thing I'm going to be calling out is the fact that I'm actually removing myself from this situation because I don't feel connected to it. There's like a lack of depth. It's like you can't connect with this person's facade, and I'm seeing that really be the issue. And even though this is disappointing, it is what it is. I'm definitely getting this vibe here, Virgo. I'm looking at Gemini and Pluto. Definitely, like, if somebody's in their shadow with the Pluto energy, somebody sometimes even subconsciously may be like quite manipulative or dishonest or deceptive in some sort of way, like to get the upper hand. Depending on how self-aware this person is, they may not be completely aware of the fact that they do this. This can also be relevant too if somebody has a lot of placements in their 12th house as well. I'm hearing the word informed. This is done. I'm looking at the Ten of Swords. I'm seeing something that you're not trying to bring back to life. For some of you, this is even the end of some type of contract for you, whether this be something that you've actually signed with somebody or like verbally committed to, or you feel like you have a spiritual contract with someone. It looks like something is at its end. But you may be the one actually that has to do this. Yeah. In order for you to start a new thing, whether this be a new project, a new relationship, a new direction, it's like in order to bring some form of like excitement and passion into your life that had kind of been lost on whatever that last spread was, I'm seeing like you're gonna be the one that has to end this. Like I'm seeing this be you. I'm looking at Leo energy here. It's like you got to be brave with this decision you're making. And this would mean like in order for you now excuse me, you may not yet feel comfortable sharing this. I'm getting something with the throat chakra. This may not be something that you announced yet. You may not have made a final decision about it. Can we clear that? Okay, so you may, thank you for your patience. You may not have made a decision about something. You may not have spoken about it yet, but I'm seeing that it's going to take strength for you to do. So this wouldn't be an easy decision, but it's something that would inhibit you from starting something that you want to be starting. Whether this is you like pursuing, it's you pursuing something, project, a relationship, a creative direction even. Something that you know intuitively you're being led into. So it feels very much like whatever that past cycle was, I'm seeing it be something that you've finished with, but you're the one that has to like blow the horn and call the ending. Because I'm seeing this thing will probably go on unless you end it. I'm hearing something even about titrating here. Titrating is like slowly either like upping a dose or lowering a dose. So this can be you like titrating off of like something that you had been doing. How do we say this in like relation to this? It's like you're not going to be doing something so often, so you may be like weaning yourself off of something that you had been doing before. Until you don't do it anymore. If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. I don't know if titrate is a word that's just used for medication or if that like actually has standing like in this situation. It's like a waning energy, we can say. Whatever this new thing is that you want to start, I'm seeing that it's really going to take you like believing in yourself and your vision for you to do this, and like making a choice that would be courageous for you. To have it be Leo, it's like this can be any sort of creative endeavor, affair, anything with animals, children. What else do we have? It can be partnerships too. I'm hearing going for the gold. I'm looking at the King of Pentacles. This may be a job, a creative pursuit, something related to your career that you want to do. I'm hearing startup, starting up. This is something that you may not have a lot of experience doing this yet, because with the page, okay, so something needs to end. This is something that may not be completely easy for you to do, but it's something that, like, if you believe in yourself and you also are not giving weight to the opinion of other people who don't support you, this is about you encouraging yourself and believing in yourself and being like, you know what, I'm putting my foot down here, I'm going to pursue this, I don't want to do this any longer, so it's something that needs to come to an end, and now I'm going to be starting this new thing. With this new thing that you're starting, because we have the page here, this can be something creative that you're pursuing, or like passion-based that you're pursuing, that is just beginning, because the page is like something new. It's like a baby that you're still taking care of and nurturing, but I'm seeing that it would be something potentially that would lead into like a career or something related to your finances, something that would impact you in that way. But this may also be something that you take a chance on, because I'm seeing like it may not be the most smooth transition, but if you believe in yourself, you're going to accomplish this, is what I'm getting. But it may be something where like other people may have different opinions of that, or may like inspire some sort of doubt within you. So this is about you trusting yourself. Yeah, it's like look within and recognize your power here, and that you have all of the tools, skills, and abilities to pursue this thing that you want to manifest, because you will recognize your power when you reflect and see that you can truly do this. And I'm even hearing make this come true. So whatever this thing is that you want to go after, I'm seeing it definitely be something feasible, but I am seeing like something that's not working for you would need to come to an end for sure, Virgo. I'm still seeing you be caught up in your head about this. It's like, you know, this thing isn't working for you anymore, but I'm seeing you still be like, I don't know. I think that this is more so about you believing in yourself and this other thing that you want to pursue more than anything. Because I'm seeing like the only thing that's stopping you from ending this, and it can be something that brings something like overwhelming or chaotic or something that you don't want to be a part of into your life anymore. It's like maybe something you don't want to participate in any longer. So I'm seeing like once you end this may be multiple things for some of you that you're going to end, or it may have like multiple pieces even to it. I'm seeing with the Ten of Swords, it's like maybe something multifaceted. I'm seeing with the Eight of Swords below the Ten of Swords, you may still be kind of overthinking this, or be in your head, or be like, I don't know if I'm strong enough to do this, or like, I don't know if I can like persevere enough, or like, do I have the will to do this even? Because that may be the question too. It's like once you make up your mind, you know that you're going to be able to do this, but you may still be at a point where you're like getting to that place, like working yourself up to that. I'm hearing trust fall. I don't think you're going to be in this space of like second guessing yourself or faltering for very long. But it may be like with the Ten of Swords, this can be something that you'd been doing for a long time that's going to be coming to an end, or something you feel very familiar with, but you know it's just not doing it for you anymore. And that can be part of like you're going to be breaking a habit, so that can also feel very uncomfortable as well, because it would be something new that you're transitioning into. I'm seeing too that in this new thing that you would be doing, there's also a sense of having to invest in it, time, energy, even money for some. Investing resources into this new thing, and that may be something too that like you have some sort of anxiety about, or that gets you a little bit caught up too in your head. It's like, you know, this thing is going to take time to pursue for you. As I said before, I'm seeing it be like a baby right now, whatever this like creative pursuit or this passion or whatever it is that you want to pursue. So it's like something just starting off that, you know, it would take like a whole bunch of your energy to be channeled into it. But that's also why this other thing needs to come to an end, because it's like that's going to siphon your energy until you end this, is what I'm getting. And like, I'm getting even the worry that comes along with whatever thing this is that you haven't ended still. It's like maybe all the things that are attached to it and like the byproducts of that thing. I'm hearing by association. So yeah, I'm seeing there's like a lot more to this thing that needs to end than just having to end it. But the effect that that's going to have on you is it's going to allow you to like feel kind of like you have all your energy back to yourself, so you can like push it in a focused way into this new thing that you want to invest in. I'm getting something about a clock here. I'm seeing it partially be a little bit, it's something that's on your mind, something that you're focused on or concerned with in relation to like how long this is going to take. Like how much are you going to have to invest in something, or like what's the time frame before this like comes to fruition. For some of you, it's even until you can make a career out of something. Like there can be an activity or like a passion that you're investing in. Like I'm seeing something newly that you would be even starting out with or starting off with. But as I said before, it's something that I see would eventually lead to a career with the King of Pentacles. It's like something that would either lead to a career or would become part of your like financial structure. Like you would make money doing it even. And it is definitely passion based with the Page of Wands. This could have been something that you've known that you wanted to do for a very long time, but it may not have been something that you pursued actually. For some of you too, you could be like grabbing hold of like this dream or this direction, and you could also be letting go of maybe something you wanted to do when you were younger even. Like maybe you thought you were going to pursue something differently, and like this is a change for you that is somewhat unexpected. I want to see. I'm looking at Aries on the bottom of the deck. I'm also looking at Leo in the spread. Now I'm looking at Taurus. I'm seeing some type of plan. For some of you, there is definitely a Taurus that's popping up in your life. I'm looking at the King of Pentacles. For some of you, this can be even a person that you're pursuing actually a connection with. Or this is a work project. There's something about being caught up in your head in relation to like something from the past, and maybe something that you still feel committed to. Maybe you're also like, look at all the time and work that I invested into this thing. That could also be something that's kind of holding you back a bit too. For some of you, you kind of actually have like some sort of contract still that you're caught up in. Let's get 4 more. You're going to become your best friend through this process. You, yourself, and those that support you. I'm seeing like a support system be very important for you in what you're pursuing. Because I'm seeing there's going to be some stress that comes, but it's like naturally just part of you pursuing this thing that you want to pursue. There's something about the timing being stretched out that would feel, I'm hearing incremental. There's something about the time being stretched out that may feel a bit stressful. It's like to get from A to B, it's like that space in between maybe the thing that's kind of stressing you out a bit, because you can't like hop right into this next thing. I'm getting something with that. But that's where your support system is really going to come in handy, is what I'm getting. So it's like any way that you can like support and empower yourself, anybody around you that supports you, that encourages you to like believe in yourself and believe that you can do it and make it through, and you keeping up like a healthy lifestyle where you feel like you can give that energy to yourself and you feel like you're working to the best of your ability and like at full power, full strength. That's what's going to help you, because I'm seeing like this may be stressful investing in this thing and you may feel like a little bit overwhelmed, but I'm even getting it be like beginning jitters that you're feeling. Now let's see why the Six of Cups is here. I think that the transition is going to be the hardest thing for you, because I'm seeing that you're going to be sitting pretty like once you get into this other spot. It's just mostly about the transition for you right now. I'm seeing this be stressful. There's even something about like working with other people or collaborating with other people. You may not know how this is going to go either. Something about like the interpersonal interactions. For some of you, there's even like a person from the past or people from the past and something that would need to be like dealt with like carefully even, or it's something that you want to be gentle with. I'm seeing these both be related to like you interacting with people and like wanting to do it in a way where there's like some sort of ease within the transition. Especially when it comes to, yeah, there's something about you working with other people, and it's like there may be some sort of stress that comes up related to like how exactly you're collaborating with people. But if you are, I'm hearing like patient and kind, like both to your, not just to other people, it's like to yourself too. This transition is going to be easier. It's just about like giving yourself the time that you need while you're adjusting to everything. And like the more stressed out you are, the more important it is to like be gentle with yourself and to give yourself time to adjust. Let's get one more. That's fitting. We're ending with the World here. I'm seeing this be part of your creative vision. I'm looking at the star on the bottom of the deck. This is the end of a cycle and also the beginning of a new chapter for you. And I'm seeing like whatever this thing is that you're letting go of, I'm getting that it's something that would continue siphoning your energy, and that's why this is going to be like monumental for you to end, because it's going to give you all the power and energy you need to channel it into this new chapter that you're investing in. And this thing is also, it's going to teach you this transition and also this new chapter that you're stepping into. It's going to teach you more about collaborating with other people, teach you also more about managing stress, being patient with yourself, also like adjusting and adapting. And I'm seeing you get to a goal that you've been, I'm hearing applying for. So yeah, something that you've been pursuing. I'm looking at Leo, Taurus, Sagittarius, and Saturn, Capricorn energy. It definitely seems like something like job, career related, but something that like would have taken time. Like you may have felt like there were certain things that you did that all are adding up leading to this point, and they were all necessary for you to get to where you are with this in order for you to pursue this thing. Okay, we're going to end it here, my friends. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.